All right. Everyone get ready because we are going deep into Solo Leveling Season 2 today.
That's right.
So whether you are the kind of fan who's been waiting for this forever or you just heard about it and want to know what the hype is all about,
Right.
this deep dive is going to have everything you need to know about the new season.
Everything.
No spoilers, just the facts.
Just the facts.
Think of it like
Yeah.
a super personalized TV guide.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it cuts through all the noise.
All the noise.
And just gives you the need-to-know info.
Straight to the point.
Exactly.
So to make sure we're all on the same page,
Yes.
we're getting all our info today straight from the official sources. We're
Right.
talking the Solo Leveling website,
Okay.
home media releases,
Gotcha.
and even their official X account,
Oh, wow.
formerly known as Twitter, of course,
Of course.
for all that up-to-the-minute intel.
All right, so to kick things off,
Okay.
Season 2 premiered just a few days ago.
Yeah.
January 5th, 2025.
Big day. Huge.
Fans are going crazy online.
I bet everyone's been waiting for this.
It feels like forever.
I know.
So that premiere date is big news for fans all over the world.
Worldwide.
But for those who might not know,
Mm-hmm.
the anime actually releases in Japan first.
Right.
And then the subtitled version comes out internationally a little bit later.
Exactly.
Okay, so walk us through the schedule.
Okay.
When can people actually watch it?
So new episodes drop in Japan every Sunday
Okay.
at 12 a.m. Japan Standard Time. Now, for those international fans, the earliest you can catch it is on Prime Video, just 30 minutes after that Japanese broadcast.
30 minutes.
Yep.
That's pretty impressive.
It is.
So what about other platforms?
Sure.
What if someone doesn't have Prime Video?
Don't worry. There are a ton of options.
Oh, yeah?
Globally, you can find it on Hulu,
Oh,
Netflix,
Yep.
and Crunchyroll.
so many choices.
And for viewers in Japan, you can watch it on a bunch of different networks,
Nice.
like Tokyo MX, Tochigi TV,
Okay.
Gunma TV, BS11.
They really want everyone to be able to watch this.
Absolutely.
Wow, talk about dedication to the fan base.
For sure.
So while we're on the topic of release,
Mm-hmm.
there's been some talk online
Yeah.
about how many episodes this season is going to have.
Right.
Speculation is that it's going to be a single core,
Uh-huh.
meaning around 13 episodes.
Give or take.
But that hasn't been officially confirmed yet.
Not yet.
Okay. Bit of a cliffhanger then.
Gotta keep them guessing.
I know, right?
Right?
Now, I know one of the biggest questions
Yeah.
that fans have is what story arcs
Mm-hmm.
we're going to see
I bet.
play out this season.
Yeah.
So what can you tell us about that?
Well, season 2 picks up right where the manhwa left off.
Okay.
Chapter 46. Diving straight into the Red Gate arc.
The Red Gate arc.
Yeah.
Now, for those who are just getting into Solo Leveling,
Sure.
could you explain what a manhwa is?
It's basically the Korean equivalent of Japanese manga.
Ah.
So those awesome comic books.
Ah.
Full of action and drama.
All right, so Red Gate arc.
Got it.
Got it.
What else?
Well, get ready.
Okay.
Because we're also looking at the
Yeah.
Demon Castle arc,
Okay.
the retesting rank arc,
Mm-hmm.
the return to Demon Castle arc,
Wow.
and drumroll, please,
Uh-huh.
the Jeju Island arc.
Okay, that last one, Jeju Island arc.
Yeah?
Now, my fans have been going crazy waiting for that one.
Yeah, they love that one.
What's so special about it?
Well, without getting into spoiler territory,
Right.
let's just say it's a fan favorite arc for a reason.
Okay.
It really ramps up the action
Nice.
and introduces some key elements that have major implications for the overall story.
I see.
And, you know, everyone wants to know if it's really going to be fully covered this season.
Right.
And, well, it's probably unlikely.
Oh, man.
We'll just have to wait and see how it all unfolds.
So the suspense.
I know.
So while we might not get the full Jeju Island experience
Yeah.
just yet,
Not quite.
there's still a ton to be excited about.
Absolutely.
And on that note,
Mm-hmm.
what do you think are some of the biggest things fans should be prepared for this season?
Well-
What are the stakes here?
At its core,
Yeah.
this season is all about Jinwoo's journey
Oh, okay.
to become the strongest hunter.
All right.
Remember, he's got these incredible new powers now.
Right.
And we're going to see him wrestle with those,
Mm-hmm.
push his limits,
Yeah.
and ultimately carve his own path.
Yeah, I like that.
It's not just about physical strength.
Uh-huh.
It's about responsibility strategy
Okay.
and understanding the true weight of power.
So it's safe to say Jinwoo's in for a wild ride,
Oh, absolutely.
and we're all along for the ride with him.
We are.
And that's what makes it so exciting.
It is.
Now, before we move on to some of the deeper themes
Okay.
we might see play out this season,
Right.
I want to turn it over to you listening.
Mm-hmm.
What's the one thing that has you most hyped for Season 2?
Yeah.
Think about it for a second. Good question. Yeah, it really is fascinating. All the different things that get fans excited about a new season, you know? Some people are all about the action. Some are all about the characters. And then some are really hooked on those overarching mysteries.
Yeah, it really speaks to how deep the story is.
Right.
That there's something for everyone to latch onto.
I agree.
So you mentioned earlier that this season isn't just about Jin Woo becoming physically strong.
Yeah.
It's also about, you know, the weight of power and responsibility.
Exactly.
Can you talk more about that?
Absolutely. So remember, at the end of season 1, Jin Woo's powers were awakened.
Right.
And he basically became like the most powerful hunter on the planet.
Okay.
So that kind of power comes with a whole lot of responsibility.
It does.
And I think that's going to be a major theme that we see explored this season.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
You know, it's one thing to have the power to do something, but it's a whole other thing to figure out how to actually use that power responsibly.
You got it.
It's a big difference.
Huge.
And we're going to see Jin Woo kind of grapple with that a lot.
I think so.
He's going to face some really tough choices. And I think the choices he makes will really reveal a lot about his character.
Absolutely.
It almost reminds me of Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah.
You know, with great power comes great responsibility.
Classic. Yeah, it's a classic trope for a reason.
Yeah.
It's something that resonates with all of us, you know, whether we're talking about superheroes or just everyday people.
Yeah.
We all have to make choices. And sometimes those choices have consequences that reach far beyond ourselves.
And for me, that's what makes solo leveling so compelling.
I agree.
It's not just about like flashy battles and cool powers.
It's more than that.
Yeah, it's about the human element.
Exactly.
The internal struggles, the choices that we all make.
And what's interesting is that the challenges that Jin Woo faces in this season aren't just external threats.
Oh, really?
He's also going to be battling his own inner demons.
Okay, now that's really interesting.
Yeah.
What kind of internal conflicts do you think he might face?
Well, I don't want to give too much away, but you know, we know from the source material that Jin Woo's past has left him with some pretty deep scars. He's carrying a lot of pain and guilt.
Okay.
And I think all of that is going to kind of come to a head this season.
Wow.
You know, we might see him wrestle with feelings of isolation, self-doubt, maybe even a fear of his own power.
That's a lot.
It is.
For one person to handle, even with like incredible powers.
It is.
It makes you wonder, what does true strength really look like? In a situation like that, you know?
Yeah.
Is it about conquering your enemies? Or is it more about conquering yourself?
That is the question. Yeah.
That's a great question.
It is.
And I think it's one that the show is going to ask all of us to consider. Because, you know, in real life, we all face our own battles, our own internal conflicts.
It's true.
We all have those moments where we doubt ourselves, where we feel lost or alone.
And I think that's what makes solo leveling so relatable. Even though it's like this big fantasy story, it deals with some very human emotions.
Totally.
And experiences.
And I think the show does a great job of showing us that true strength isn't just about, you know, physical power or dominance. It's also about resilience. It's about facing your fears. It's about picking yourself up when you fall down.
And sometimes it's about asking for help.
Absolutely.
About relying on the people around you.
For sure.
You know?
Yeah.
Jin Woo might be the strongest hunter.
He might be.
But he's not alone in this journey.
That's right. You know, he's got his family, his friends, his guild members.
All right there with him.
And they all play a part in his story.
Absolutely.
And I think we're going to see those relationships really tested this season.
I think so, too.
You know, there might be betrayals, sacrifices, moments where Jin Woo has to choose between his personal relationships and his duty as a hunter.
That's a tough spot to be in.
It is.
Yeah.
Now you've really got me thinking about all the different challenges Jin Woo might face this season. You know, both internal and external.
It's going to be a wild ride.
What do you think are some of the biggest obstacles that he might encounter on this path to becoming the strongest hunter?
That's a good question.
It is.
And one that I think we can all kind of speculate on. You know, we know there are powerful enemies out there, like the monarchs, who pose a serious threat to humanity.
They do.
And we know that Jin Woo is going to be on the front lines of that fight.
Right.
But there might also be these unexpected challenges, maybe even betrayals from people that he trusts.
Yeah. It's really amazing.
It is.
How Solo Leveling manages to weave such complex themes.
Right. Yeah.
You know, into a story that's also so action-packed and adventurous.
Yeah. You're on the edge of your seat wondering what's going to happen next.
Right.
But then it also makes you think about the bigger picture.
It does.
It's really impressive.
It is.
You know, it's a testament to the creators that they've created a world and characters that feel so real and so relatable, even though it's like this fantastical setting.
It is.
And that's what keeps us coming back for more.
I agree.
We want to see how Jin Woo navigates all these challenges. We want to see how he grows.
Yeah.
And ultimately what kind of hero he chooses to become.
And let's be real. We're all secretly hoping he just becomes like
of course
the ultimate badass taking down those monarchs and saving the day.
Yeah. We want to see him succeed, but we also want to see him really tested.
Okay.
We want to see him face adversity and come out stronger on the other side because that's what makes a hero so compelling.
It is.
Someone who overcomes obstacles and emerges transformed.
You know, as we've been talking about all of this, I keep thinking back to the Jeju Island arc.
Ah, the Jeju Island arc.
I know we touched on it earlier.
You did.
But why is this particular arc so significant for Jin Woo's development?
Without giving away any spoilers, let's just say. It's a major turning point in the story.
Okay.
It's where Jin Woo really starts to come into his own. Not just in terms of power, but also in terms of his understanding of the world and his place in it.
Epic.
He's forced to confront some harsh truths. And the choices that he makes during this arc have a ripple effect that impacts the rest of the story.
So it's safe to say the Jeju Island arc is a game changer.
Definitely.
Even if we don't see it all play out this season.
It's a big one.
Okay. I am officially even more hyped for this season now.
Awesome.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into Solo Leveling Season 2.
Sounds good.
Let's give our listeners a quick recap of what they need to know.
Okay.
All right. So you got the premiere date locked in.
You got it.
You know where to watch it. Yeah. And we discussed some of the major story arcs and themes to look forward to. But most importantly, you got a sense of the stakes involved.
Exactly.
This isn't just like a fun action fantasy ride, you know? It's a story about growth, responsibility, and the true meaning of strength.
It is.
It's a story that's going to stay with you.
Yeah.
Long after the credits roll.
Yeah, absolutely.
And as you dive into this exciting new season, here's one final thought to consider.
Okay.
We know Jin Woo is on a path to become the strongest hunter.
He is.
But what does that truly mean?
That is the question.
What sacrifices will he have to make
along
the way?
Yeah.
And how will those sacrifices shape him, both as a hero and as a man?
Another good question.
It is a question worth pondering.
It is.
As you watch Jin Woo's journey unfold.
For sure.
So go forth.
Go forth.
And enjoy the ride.
Enjoy.
We'll be right here.
Right here.
Eagerly awaiting the next chapter.
Absolutely.
In this epic tale.
Yeah. See you next time.